Alright, hello and welcome to episode 16 of Minechat, and we're back in a very familiar world, or not so familiar now, James. You were just saying to me off air that you've changed it up, so we're with James York this week from Japan, so if you'd like to introduce yourself, James, and who you've got with you.
Yeah, sure. Hello, konnichiwa. I'm from Japan. Name's James. I teach Japanese and English on this server, mostly Japanese though. Currently in the same room as us here, we've got Cetrix the Frog, Kermit over there. He's a native Japanese, learning English and helps me out with my Japanese lesson planning and stuff. And over here we've got Zerot, who's also in the channel. He's from Holland and he's a teacher as well, same as me.
Hello.
Great, welcome.
And that's Kin. She's a player. She's not in the channel though.
Oh, okay.
And that's just an NPC, Bob. He used to give cookies.
Nice. So, tell us about where we are right now.
Okay, where are we at right now? We're at the spawn point. There's a lot of stuff around here, but we made it quite easy with this sign. Follow the white line for lessons.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know if you remember last time we had like a road of buildings to learn Japanese.
Yes.
That was causing problems because there was a massively high density of signs per block area, so people were lagging like crazy. So we've had to like disperse all the buildings, but there's like a warp there now. So I think we're gonna show JP5 today to show what we've been doing with the buildings. So you might want to right click this,
Right click
and
it.
you'll have to wait a couple of seconds.
Alright, don't move. If only real life was like this.
Just change the weather up a bit. So yeah, the building kind of structures stayed the same, but we've put activities around the sides. So, for example, if you come over here, this is a two-player directions activity with a kind of mini town.
Oh, yeah. And you were saying in our first episode that the Japanese characters are, it's a plugin you have to get in to Minecraft,
Yeah, that's
or
right.
language mod or something.
You just have to put the font. You have to replace the font.txt file in the Minecraft server files, and then you also need a client-side mod.
Oh, okay.
To type Japanese as well.
Type it,
so yeah,
okay.
because Minecraft's like that, right?
Right.
Yep.
Yeah. So the basic structure of this here is each of the floors of that main central building is a particular grammar point or lesson, and then these kind of squares around the building are activities which are connected to one of the floors in the building. So you go in the building, you learn something, you come out here, and we practice it. That's
Okay.
the current setup.
And have any of any of the students that are with us now in the Skype, have they gone through this?
We've all, well, me and Sarah have taught it.
Yeah.
But no one has actually been a student and done this in the Skype session.
Okay. Is it how does it usually go down? Is it pretty successful, pretty engaging?
Yeah. I mean, I think that the server is basically for teaching beginners, like basic Japanese skills. So it's working in terms of giving them the language that they need to do other things. Like we've just started, I don't know if you know, we've started a Let's Play series, which is only in
Right.
Japanese, basically.
Yeah.
So my kind of thinking behind the server is that this is for getting some basic skills, and then we'll do other more engaging, holistic activities outside of the server or in other areas, basically.
Right. Very cool.
So, yeah, for example, what can we show you here? If you come over to, can I TP you to me? Is that cool?
Yeah, go ahead.
This way. We have a fairly active community. They decided to make this whole area for Halloween.
Oh, yeah.
We had about 15 to 20 people come on, Japanese and English, joining in the fun. This is kind of a haunted house. The one in the background there had a murder mystery that one of the English players made, and there was certain clues to find, and you had to kind of use your language skills to solve the mystery basically.
Right. That's cool.
So
So
this is kind of,
were people talking? I remember from the first interview, you use some other you use a talk client for everybody to talk through. Or
TeamSpeak it's called.
TeamSpeak, yeah.
Yeah, we still use that. Everyone was on TeamSpeak chatting away, trying to solve the mystery. One of the biggest surprises and interesting activities that we had for the Halloween activity was not really related. It was just over here in this building. And I teach English to Japanese university students in the week.
Right.
And I got them into 2 groups, and Citrix was in one of the groups, the Kermit flying behind us. And I told the 2 groups, right, you've got a floor each. Oh, the top floor, it's still there. The bottom floor, though, they did a play, basically. They introduced a Japanese... yeah, there's no...
Authentic. Scary house.
Yeah. I get neutralized. Yeah, they introduced a Japanese horror story, and this was their set.
Alright.
So they had to design the set, they had to make the script, and they had to choose the parts. And then they had to say it in English and Japanese, so they had to do 2 versions.
What's narration?
Narration.
Oh. That makes sense.
Yeah, so this was used for the set of that.
Right.
And the play went really, really well.
It did?
It was really nicely done, yeah. They actually made the forest area, the mountain basically for the stairs they used, and a ramen shop over here. And it was so well done that, well, I already knew the story, but it was just a really nice introduction to Japanese horror stories, basically.
They do really good horror stories, don't they, the Japanese?
Yeah.
Yeah. And how many people were in the server at the time, watching the play?
It was quite a big event, so it was like I said, 15 to 20 people, maybe even a bit more.
Yeah.
Yeah, 20 to 25 people, I think.
And then we did some invisible PvP and stuff, so yeah. But on the back of that, I'm going to teleport you over here.
Yeah.
We decided to build a theatre, and it's yet to be used. It's actually unfinished because we've just started building it this month, but we're planning on using this as a semi-roleplay area, so buying tickets and going to the theatre. But
yeah,
I'm probably going to get both the English learners and the Japanese learners to both make plays, and then we'll use this place to show them off a bit.
Yeah, very nice. That's great.
So again, the language lessons that I do every Sunday are for basic skills and for learning new grammar and vocabulary, whereas activities like this are for putting that language knowledge into practice. So
right,
they're very kind of hand in hand.
Yeah, absolutely. And just getting the experience of kind of putting on a performance in.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very nice.
I think one of the big problems we have with the server still is the outside of class use of the language that people are learning. For example, the English learners are a little bit reticent to speak Japanese to one another,
right?
Because they are still rather basic in their language skills. So I think something like plays and little skits and things like that are useful kind of scaffolding activities into conversing. It's not like fully scripted, but it's not fully conversation either. It's you have to make your own script, you have to think about what you're going to say, you have to work with others, listen to what people are saying. So I think it's a nice stopgap between natural conversation and just picking up language like words out of context, personally.
Yeah, it's getting that whole immersion of language usage as well. What did you do before Minecraft came along?
Yeah, not a lot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's
the big question is, has it transformed the way you teach language personally?
Personally, I'd say it is changing it. It's still in the process of changing the way I teach language.
Right.
One of the things that I've been struggling with last week or so and got a bit down about is that the lessons were not holistic enough. They were not fully engaging or immersive. They were very, very what's the word, like out of context. Like the university road buildings that I just showed you, they are really just for learning language and grammar, vocabulary out of context.
Right.
Whereas I'm much more interested in having people play Minecraft to learn the language, if you like.
That's the hard part, is finding the authentic use of Minecraft.
Yeah.
You know.
So
because,
that's what
yeah.
we're working on. Where, like I said, we're doing a Let's Play series now. We've done 3 episodes, but only one has cut the crop, if you like. It's only so far. But
yeah. So the actual progression that you've seen, so like using the Let's Play videos is it's using obviously language usage, learning the language that they're using, the language that they're learning, using Minecraft, and so it's like it is the more the way that you want to go, basically, instead of like
100%.
Yeah.
That's the goal. I think my own personal goal for people is to be able to play the game in Japanese.
Okay.
That's my goal that I think is attainable. And that's what we're kind of doing with the more advanced students on Saturdays now. It's like they play the language is only Japanese, but they're allowed to ask questions in English as long as it doesn't require any kind of extended explanation. Like, oh, what did you say then? Or you could say, what does that word mean, or what does that piece of grammar mean? But you can't say, oh, talk to me for 15 minutes about how to conjugate verbs in Japanese. Like, I think that's the general rule.
Yeah.
We've also been working on little activities like this. This is Guess Who.
Oh yeah,
So,
I used to play that board game.
Yeah. Again, using the virtual world to do that. It's fairly simple, really.
And so obviously basically asking questions in the language that they're learning.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
And
pretty
then
cool.
Guessing who the character is. So
Yeah.
there's more 2-player adventures as well. If you come and fly over this way, you'll see. Like Minecraft has a really good adventure called the what's it called now? 2 for 1 it was called, and it's like Portal, where you're split down the middle and you have to communicate with each other to clear the challenge.
Oh yes. I think
So
you showed us that in the first episode.
Oh, this guy? Oh, okay.
I think so. Yeah, there's like a wall, and one player goes one side, and then.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. How's that going? Is that pretty popular still, or?
Yeah, I mean it's a useful activity.
Yeah.
There's another similar one which requires people to use prepositions to like build things, and then the other person has to guess what he's built and things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually looking a bit more community-like, your world, since I last came in. It's kind of more kind of laid out and stuff. You've got. I don't think you had like the road system and things like that. I'm not sure.
Mainly people just warp anyway because it's so far.
Yeah. It's spreading. It's sprawling.
But yeah, I mean, like this type of activity again, it's write your schedule on one side of the wall, and your partner's on the other. Whoa,
Yeah.
did you just destroy that, Citrix? I wasn't like that. Or maybe someone stole the wool. Some griefer took all the wool. But yeah, basically, again, this is a language practice activity rather than a holistic let's
one,
use
yeah.
the language. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, getting that balance between using the language and then learning about the language is one that I'm still kind of struggling with.
Yeah.
Actually, this week, Sunday's class will be the first joint building activity. So I'll give them a very quick, like 2-story house with a bathroom and a kitchen and certain floor height or something, and they have to build it together using Japanese. So we're getting there. I mean, to be honest, I think the issue with these, again, I use this word holistic and immersive activities, is the students require a certain level of ability before they can do that kind of activity. So yeah. They have to learn about the language before they can use it, I think.
Right. Yeah, I was talking about my native language is Irish, but after 18 years of learning it in elementary school and high school, I don't remember anything. I just don't have.
Oh,
There's
wow.
no knowledge of my native language, and I feel pretty bad about that. But I'm thinking back to how it was taught to me, the language, and it was like nothing like this. Nothing like. Obviously, we didn't have Minecraft back then, but even those immersive, kind of scenarios where you're put in and you actually have to communicate to actually get anywhere in the whole scenario, and we never did that. It was always just rote memorization and learning 19th century Irish poetry.
Oh wow.
Yeah, which was pretty depressing. They weren't happy back then.
Right. This is just a town that I built for students. Well, I didn't build it. I kind of made the layout, and my students are currently like working on this as a project, and then they'll be introducing their houses, and we did some scavenger hunts. So they would hide treasure and leave a book with directions to it. So yeah, again using the word for directions and stuff like that.
Yeah. So you mentioned your Let's Play videos, they're previous. That's something that we like to do in our school too, even for other subjects, is basically the actual use of language in describing what you have done and reflecting upon what you have done. Is that something you're kind of conscious of now that you want to develop?
Oh yeah, without a doubt. My original intention for the whole thing was to have people using the language rather than learning about the language. So, without a doubt, I record the Let's Plays. I'm going to put them on YouTube. The first one's on YouTube now, but I'm thinking of creating like closed gap exercises, like fill the gap exercises based on listening activities of the video and stuff like that. It's a useful resource.
All links together.
Yeah. One final thing, maybe, because I don't want to go on too long, is
absolutely.
One thing I forgot that Zerot wanted to talk about is warp shopping. There you go. Again, this is an activity based on that whole notion of getting people to use the language. There's a row of shops at spawn here, and we kind of do a role play of shopping. It's a fairly common role play.
Yeah, absolutely.
This is the popular the bar. So.
And the nice thing about doing it in Minecraft is that you can actually have somebody doing the shopping.
Right.
Because you can hand over items, you can hand over stuff, they can hand over money, so that's nice.
Very immersive.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I can even shake a cocktail up for you if I do this. Shake, 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 shake. Shake, 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 shake. There you go, White Russian. Nice. And that's a beer that you've got. We've got a mod especially for this activity. Drink it and see what happens. Did anything happen?
No, I can handle my beer.
Oh, I gave you the wrong one. Here you go. It's called beer.
Alright, let me have some of that.
Try that bad boy.
Way. What does it look like after 10 of them?
It just tastes the same. There you go.
Very nice.
So yeah, role plays is a big thing that we're working on. There's a restaurant in the works as well.
And that's cool, and that's useful. That's absolutely useful.
We're just waiting on the NPC mod to be updated. I think it's called Citizens.
Okay.
So that we can have talking mods, talking NPCs then.
Yeah, I see you're on 1.6.4 right now. There's no, and do you use Craft Bucket for your plugins?
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I had the same issue. But it's pretty cool. Like the recent, like the new launcher, you can actually choose which version to use, which is good. Have you ever even contemplated Minecraft EDU, or is it just something that you need to have more control over? And you're comfortable with that?
It's not a control issue for me. Maybe I talked about it before. I don't have a problem with Minecraft EDU. I think it's good for what it does. But for this project, it would be a death touch because I'd need everybody to have Minecraft EDU to log in.
Right.
And I've got people from Japan here, super keen she's from Australia, people from the UK, America, blah blah blah, all learning at the same time. So it's just impossible for me as a tool. And I don't know. I think Bukkit plugins can possibly emulate it to somewhat of a degree anyway. So
yeah, I think if you're comfortable with that kind of level of installing plugins and MC MyAdmin or whatever you use in the back end, then I think it can be more powerful than Minecraft EDU, but it's definitely got a place in the education area.
So sure. Yeah, I'd agree with that. We've got Zerat does a lot of stuff to do with plugins, and so does a guy called Thasan. So I've got a good team.
You got a good team there.
Yeah.
which is great.
Yeah.
And there's this is the thing that this is the thing I learned about the last time we were here. I think Rob was explaining to me what this was about, so that was pretty interesting.
There's a nice building just below it as well if you want to finish up here. This is a pretty beautiful place.
That whole bar area, the shop area, is beautiful.
Yeah, this is part of Spawn. It's a 2-man team made it for us. They were very interested in learning Japanese, but have since stopped coming, unfortunately. But they left their legacy with this stunning shrine.
Yeah, absolutely.
Beautifully, made in Minecraft, basically.
Yeah. This really reminds me of Japan. The little I've seen around Tokyo and Yokohama, it's just like lovely buildings with nice greenery.
Yeah, I don't know how they build so well. I mean, it took me forever to build the theatre room and the front lobby, but compared to this, it's I don't know. Some people are crazy.
Theatre's impressive. You did all the theatre on your own?
Me, Matthew, Zerat helped, and Kin helped a little bit as well. Yeah.
The theatre was great.
And Thasan helped. Sorry, I should mention Thasan. He did the roof. He did the curved roof.
Yeah, this is awesome. So yeah, no, it's great to see. Great to see the development of your world since the last time we saw you.
Yeah, I mean it's a labour of love. It's something I'm not going to be giving up for a while, and I'm really happy to have the people here to help me out. It's a privilege.
Yeah, I was just about to ask you. You don't see any plans in the future that you want to do, like big projects or anything like that? I know you want to definitely develop more holistic activities within it, but any kind of major directions you want to go into?
Yeah, there's quite a big major direction I'm thinking about. At the moment, well, when I set up the Japanese lessons in those buildings, there was no kind of end goal. So people ask me, when are these lessons going to go on till? When are we going to finish anytime soon?
Right.
I was like, you know what? I don't really know. I'm just making lessons week by week and not really thinking about it. But from January, I think I'm going to start a course to pass a particular test called the Japanese Language Proficiency Test. So I'll have that as the goal, and I've got I've got a permanent teacher, I hope, with Zerat now. So we're a good team, and I'm sure we'll be able to teach a course that can help people pass tests.
Awesome. That'll be something concrete for people to kind of grasp onto and kind of link reality with Minecraft.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. All right. Well, do the guys on the Skype call want to add anything in? Have they got any kind of nuggets of wisdom to leave us with, or how have your experiences been in this world?
It's been a great experience. I came here not as a student, but because I already studied Japanese before, so my level was already quite high. But I ended up as a teacher, just for fun, and it's nice just teaching people.
Yeah, it is
people
awesome.
That are actually are willing to learn.
Right.
So that's it's quite fun.
And do you think that? Go ahead.
The new course should also be quite fun with the actual goal of passing N5.
Yeah, that'll be really
so
interesting.
It's a bit more structured.
Yeah.
Yeah, the curriculum's in development, so we'll hash it out and get it done for January, I think. And get all those new, the New Year's resolution people. We'll target them.
Target them. Do you think that using Minecraft is actually it kind of fuels the willingness to learn? Do you think it assists them, or do you think that, you know, they're in here and they already have the willingness to learn? Do you think it somehow kind of, you know, cranks up the willingness a little bit? Or it at least develops engagement or something, or it makes them a little bit more engaged than reading textbooks?
It depends on the person, actually. I give semi-regular questionnaires to the students, and I find some students are like, wow, I think this is so much better than a classroom, this is awesome. And then other people are like, oh yeah, I prefer to read a textbook. It's really, yeah, it's quite bizarre. I mean, obviously people have different learning styles, but yeah, it does definitely tap into that. Especially regarding the Let's Play, it's you know, it's an activity to practice the language, which you can't really get in a classroom, because the Let's Play also has native Japanese speakers join as well. So even if you can't speak Japanese that well as a learner, you can still listen to Japanese from the natives. So it's really, really useful in that way.
I think the Let's Play is really a great idea. It's fun, basically, too.
Yeah, I mean, the video's online. It's about 50 minutes. It's good from about 40 minutes in if you want to see some crazy stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's we had a really good time. And but again, it is a massive work in progress, that as well.
Right.
So,
well, it's great being back, and I'm sure I'll be back again. I'll be interested to see your I'll be interested to see your, you know, the curriculum tie-in later on after the new year. So I'm sure I'll be back to have a little discussion after that.
Yeah, it's great to have you back again. You're always welcome. You can even come and learn some stuff with us if you like.
Yeah, I'd love to actually learn Japanese. I'd love to actually live in Japan at some point, to be honest with you. It's on my to-do list.
Well, I can hook you up probably.
Absolutely. Thanks very much, guys, and we will see you soon, and again, I'm sure, on Minechat. Adios.
Yeah.
Or sayonara. Sayonara.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.
Sayonara.